minority, age we're not sure, Christian, we know she's been accused of burning verses of the Quran. Now, in a stunning development over the weekend, we learnt that the imam who accused her has been arrested. Now, you can see The Guardian is covering that, as are many papers around the world. And the headline there, Mullah arrested over claims he falsified evidence in that girl's case. So The Guardian in its piece is pointing out that this could be the first time anybody has been accused of fabricating evidence in a blasphemy case in Pakistan.
Now, what about the Pakistani press? What have they had to say about this case?
Well, I turn to the Daily Times in Pakistan, and its editorial has two words there. You can see them: false accusation. And it is very damning indeed in the Daily Times. I can give you another quote. It says that what's being going on here is mischief, and the quote is that material interests were central to the mischief. The attempt to create a situation that would drive the Christian community away out of fear would benefit those who coveted their houses and the land they live on. So that's implying that somehow the tensions, sectarian tensions in that part of Islamabad are about people actually trying to get hold of people's houses. So we're definitely getting an insight into sectarian relations in Pakistan.
Absolutely. Now, what about the United States, Nick, and the election campaign? There's plenty for the foreign press to digest there.
Well, of course, I turned this morning thinking, well, we'll get lots of previews of the Obama gig, but instead we've got lots of reviews of the Romney gig. One of the comments about the convention in the States last week in Tampa, in Florida, is like it's summed up in this cartoon with in the International Herald Tribune, and it shows there Mitt Romney kind of pulling Clint Eastwood off stage, and Clint Eastwood is there saying, when someone isn't doing the job, well, you've got to let them go. And of course, that's kind of sort of backfired a bit on Romney, because that Romney in his speech was saying that Obama has to go. But in fact, what's a lot of the coverage in the States has been about Clint Eastwood's speech. He was 82 years of age, and he's rambling away in a monologue to an invisible chair in his statement to the convention. The HuffPost has been covering that, and it shows there Eastwood sort of there turning to an invisible chair, saying to Obama, well, what about your promises, and so on and so on. So, of course, the buzz in the media has been about this speech. Now, Obama has tweeted right back with a brilliant sense of humour, saying, hold on, this seat is taken. So of course,
that's right, and it's got that little placard we can see there saying the president's chair.
Yes, but for how long, of course, the polls are showing that they are neck and neck. This race is too close to call.
Absolutely,
so,
it's a very, very tight race so far.
Yeah, we can see that tweet again with a bit of joke. This seat is taken.
Now, what about the Russian press, Nick? Apparently, je ne regrette rien is the message from a certain Russian girl punk group.
Well, it's not the Russian press, it's the German press, Der Spiegel, and a Russian punk rock feminist. Her name is incredibly difficult, Nadezhda Tolikonikova. Now, she there has been saying, Ich liebe Russland, ich hasse Putin. I love Russia and I hate Putin. So she's 22 years of age. She's in prison through her lawyer. She's been able to give an interview to Der Spiegel, which is brilliant. If you've got Google Translate, go to Der Spiegel and read it. And you basically there she's saying Putin is not 21st century. He is a throwback to the past, to tribal societies and dictatorships, and she's saying, I do not regret what I did. It was a political act. We want a revolution in Russia. So that sort of conflict, that story is still hot. And just to end, a look at this photo in the Daily Mail, fairly extraordinary. My jaw dropped at this. Look at this. It's in the Italian Alps. The glaciers are melting, and what have they found? 200 cartouche cases, bullet cases, from 100 years ago, from the First World War. So when the Austro-Hungarians were fighting Italy, there was a battle there, and because of the melt, we can stomp on those bullets. They're actually shells, aren't they? Because they're a bit too big to be bullets, measuring about 10 kilos each. So.
That's a very intriguing find by the Daily Mail. Thank you very much, Nick. Nicholas Rushworth there with our press review. Well, let's just bring you up to date with this morning's headlines.